Now, we got a bleeder here. Who's the guy got to sleep with to get some medical attention around here?
Cause of injury?
Orchids.
Say what?
Deadheading. Pruning shears for orchids need to be kept sharp. Very sharp. And clean, bacteria-free, much like surgical instruments, so as not to infect the incised area with an opportunistic fungus that could settle in the plants.
Take a seat.
I'm feeling a little weak. The counter is good support.
We will get to you when there's a doctor available.
How long? 10 minutes? 2 hours? What?
If time is a problem for you, you might want to go somewhere else.
I'll wait.
Not here, you won't. Now sit. And don't bleed all over my floor.
Excuse me, I'm here to inquire about one of your patients. His name is Jason Morgan.
I can't give out any information.
Well, is there someone I can talk to? Perhaps one of his doctors? I'm here on behalf of Edward Quartermain, my grandfather, who happens to be very worried.
I don't care if you're here on the behalf of St. Peter himself. Mr. Morgan's information is off limits.
This is a bad time.
Let's get that cross little tone out of your voice. It borders on rude. Doesn't bode well for our future association.
Well, I'm in the middle of something.
At least you're easy to look at. You even brighten up a dump like this.
Like what?
Green is definitely your color, but I already knew that.
Where are you? How do you know that I'm... What are you doing here?
It's a happy coincidence.
Somehow I doubt that.
Person would think you're avoiding me.
I am not avoiding you.
Good, then we can talk about that unfinished business we need to take care of, can't we?
If you hadn't ordered that...
I'm still waiting to finalize our transaction.
Stop staring. If I wanted people to know I was talking to you, I'd be over there taking in your eyes and your perfume. A hint of freesia, as I recall.
Please stay right where you are. I'd just as soon not be associated with you.
Do you have the flash drive?
Do you have the money?
Of course.
Funny. Doesn't seem to have been wired into my account.
A minor oversight. I'll take care of it as soon as I get the information you dug up for me on our terrible Tracy Spencer.
These are such amazing little feats of technology. The amount of information they hold is staggering, which you'll find out the moment I'm paid in full.
You could just leave it on the counter over there.
Yes, but we both know that I'm not that naive or trusting.
I enjoy complications, Sky, but only up to a point, and you're just about to reach that point.
I'm ready. You ready?
I'm having a private moment here. Excuse me.
Make it fast, or I will show you out to the nearest exit.
This is obviously a bad time.
Dr. O'Donnell.
Meet me in an hour. The Warsaw Warehouse. It's on South Street near Avenue G.
South Street? That's the sketchy side of town.
Well, it's a sketchy business. Isn't that the kind you like?
What I get drawn into and what I like aren't necessarily the same thing.
We'll make the exchange as soon as I'm finished.
You never did say what you're doing here.
Horticultural mishap. Shouldn't take long to fix.
Well, I'll see you at the warehouse. And if I get what I want, you'll get what you want.
You ready to get that looked at?
I'm all yours.
Lucky me. Come on, follow me. And remember, keep that arm up and don't bleed all over my floors.
Oh, damn it.
What's that they say about the luck of the Irish? I'm thinking today it belongs to the Italians.
Anthony?
What big ears. It's not very sociable now, is it? We don't want any ugly interruptions now, do we? Just you and me doing a little dance. Last dance. I understand you've been clamoring for your husband. Ordinarily, that's an instinct I would applaud. But in this case, you got a little conflict of interest. You want to tell your husband, the cop, what you overheard in the alley when I was conducting a private meeting with my employee. You want to tell him what neither one of you should know. I don't want that to happen. You see my problem? They say timing is everything. Yours was pretty bad that night.
What are you going
to do with this, you mean? You're worried about this? There's no need. I'm not one of those overly dramatic types who has to stab somebody 37 times and then literally walk away with blood on his hands. I'm much more subtle than that, more creative. You and I are just going to talk for now. May I digress with a question that's been puzzling me? Where's your pride?
What?
Look at the situation you're in. All because you got the hots for some junkie cop. Let's be frank, they couldn't give two struts for you.
It's not true.
Sure it is. You come in a distant third. If you keep in mind that drugs will always be #1 on Detective Spencer's hit parade.
Lucky doesn't use.
Maybe he didn't. He does now. He wasn't on this case a week before he started sampling the product. Okay, you got me. Maybe we did help him out a little. 2 of my guys held him down, and another injected him with some primo persuasion. Quality joy juice. They said it was like watching somebody come home. Of course, you know what happens next. Now that the urge has been tapped and fulfilled, his every waking thought will be consumed by where his next high comes from. There's no room in that equation for you.
He's worked so hard.
For sobriety, I know. Falling off the wagon is so terrible.
Don't set him back.
Oh, that's almost touching. Such concern for a guy who doesn't give a crap. You'd never know it to look at me, but I'm a big believer in true love. Warms my heart when it prevails. And I could use a little heartwarming right now. Fortunately, you're in the way. Do you garden? Roses used to be my passion, but I recently discovered orchids. What a flower. Do you know that orchids have been growing for over 100 million years in constant evolution? Isn't that amazing? It's such fragile beauty coupled with such a fierce will to survive. Do you have a will to survive? Yeah, I know you do. Beautiful thing, life. You wondering what this is? This is a little something I got from my doc. That's one of the perks of my business. I have doctors who work for me so I can avoid sitting in waiting rooms trying to convince some MD that I get the right symptoms for the drug I need. All I gotta do is call up my guy 20 minutes later, bidding-ba-doo-ba-dap, I'm all set.
The drugs.
Oh, those drugs, the bakery, I'm just doing a simple turnaround, spreading the wealth. Low dosage for street sales is higher bang for the bucks. But this particular solution here, this is genius. Tributyl tribute, can never get the pronunciation right. You notice I haven't opened it all the way. That's because I need some information from you. I need to know if you told anyone else what you heard in the alley that night.
No.
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 Smart girl. Usually that discretion would have saved your life, but like I said, I'm motivated by something more intangible. Love. Two star-crossed lovers fighting against all odds for the joy of each other's permanent company. It's a beautiful thing, destiny. A beautiful thing in an ugly world. So I do what I can to further the cause. And that's where you come in. Not only do you have big, nosy ears, but you're an impediment on the path to true love. And as long as you're a factor, Lucky and Elizabeth cannot fulfill their destiny. And it just so happens I'd really like them to. I'd like to give back. Oh, come on now. Just try to relax and go with the flow. Life's full of surprises, isn't it? Let me take death. Maybe that's too sensitive a subject. I take Morgan's cyber pet, Spinelli. Yeah, he was the one who actually gave me the idea to use Luzetta's bakery as a front for the drug operation. That's it. Just let go. You're about to be at eternal peace. What's that they say in Ireland? May the devil know you're dead a half an hour after you're in heaven, yeah. It's too late. Believe it or not, you caught me on a good day. My plans for Lucky aren't this gentle. He's gonna die slow. One pill at a time.
Siobhan?